What's going on, guys? We are back here in Afterpulse, and today we got a review for the 4-star maxed out KPK LMG Shamrock edition. Pretty awesome, pretty rare gun to pull. Originally introduced around March of 2015, I believe. But look at the stats there: damage 3489, rate of fire 2616, accuracy 1289, stability 1312, range 3250, ammo 100, and you'll get more lucky shots since an extra 5% of bullets will always go on target with the Shamrock series. I will evolve it at the end of this video. There's the 5-star preview, give you a quick glimpse at it there. Starts to look pretty cool, starts to gain some more white accents. I know the 7-star is really awesome. Pictures on my wiki, but show you my gear setup. Rocking the Halo helmet, the tactical beret vest, and the beret vest is going to give us a plus 30% reload speed with this LMG, and the tactical beret pants are going to give us plus 20% accuracy while on the move with the LMG. And we do have a 2-piece set, so that's going to be plus 20% stability. And the Halo mask will give us protection against stun and blinding, so that's pretty nice. But we are in a training match to start things off, as we like to do in our reviews, at least for primary weapons that you can farm with. Once again, I've said it 8 million times in the last year, but I would not recommend farming with an LMG. I know some of you still do, some of you prefer to farm with an LMG, you know, to each their own. You know, I don't set the rules, I'm just giving you my personal recommendation. I don't think it's worth your time to be farming with an LMG, just because you don't get as many rewards, and then you're not being efficient with your time. So stick to assault rifles or good precision class weapons. But overall, you know, you can definitely rack up some kills with the KPK LMG, especially the Shamrock. I don't know, is the Shamrock still the best edition? I guess the only one that would give a competition is the Autumn. You know, Autumn's going to be better than Nightcrawler, Shamrock's going to be better than Nightcrawler, and any skinned edition is in general going to be better than the regular edition. However, it's important to note, if you look at the wiki page for the KPK LMG, all of these skinned KPK LMGs have a lower rate of fire, and they only get above 3,000 rate of fire, which is a critical threshold. They only get above that at 7 stars, while the regular KPK will get above 3,000 at 6 stars at a certain level, you know, at the 6-star rank. So it's something to keep in mind. I don't have too much experience with the KPK, unfortunately. I know, you know, like with the Nightcrawler, it's an increase in damage. Well, with all the versions, but a skin version, it's an increase in damage, and you know, does that make up for the lower rate of fire? We don't really know. You know, it'd be really hard, if not impossible, to measure it. I guess, I mean, you could kind of reverse engineer the shooting damage afflicting algorithm and figure it out if you really wanted to. But just, you know, taking it surface level, it's hard to really say. But you know, generally my thought is that a skinned weapon is as good as the next rank higher of that normal edition weapon. So I don't know, I'll leave it up to you guys. Let me know in the comments below what you think, if a 6-star skinned KPK is better than a 6-star regular KPK, you know. But I got into that whole thing just because we're going to jump into some ranked here, but just comparing the KPK editions, you know, I'm not sure, you know, Nightcrawler would assumedly be better, if that's a word, be better than the regular edition, but then Shamrock is undoubtedly better than Nightcrawler. Autumn is undoubtedly better than the Nightcrawler, so we're really just left comparing Autumn and Shamrock editions. So I don't really know which one would be better, but this is the Shamrock, and you know, for a while the Autumn is the newest one, so for a while the Shamrock was probably the best LMG in the game. and you know, definitely felt good in that training match. We're getting wrecked by some SMGs here in close quarters camp, but you know, definitely feels good. An important thing to note with the 4-star KPK is that it does not have a scope. You see there's no scope button on my screen, so we don't have access to a scope, which isn't the end of the world. And you know, I personally kind of like it. If you know my style, you know I don't really like to scope in Afterpulse. I just like to hip fire as much as I can. I don't know, it just takes a lot of time to hit the scope button, and you know, based on my control setup, you know, I don't play claw or anything like that. You know, just the controls aren't resizable. It's just hard to hit the scope button in Afterpulse, I think. And scoping in Afterpulse, it like completely changes your view, right? Since it's a third-person shooter, you know, when you scope in, it's like playing first person but in the scope. And so, you know, compared to like Bullet Force, when you scope in, you know, you're still, even when you're scoped in, you're kind of in your same, you know, set of view, I guess. I don't know how to explain that, but I think you guys get it if you play Afterpulse and you play Bullet Force. The difference between scoping in and a third person versus a first person shooter, you know, is definitely a little different. So I don't like to scope in Afterpulse, and so, you know, with the 4-star KPK not having that option, you know, it just forces you to hip fire, so I don't really mind that. You know, I welcome that, you know. You know, I don't have to like be like, oh, I should have scoped in there. You know, I don't have a choice. I can't scope in there, right? So, you know, it just works to my style. Whether or not, you know, you can pull off a lot more accurate shots when you're scoped in. There's obviously an advantage to using the scope in certain situations, but you know, I just like not using it. I don't know, that was a mess of a whatever digression. It looks like we're still getting wrecked by SMGs. A 4-star Comp 36 just took us out. That's a rare find. Don't get killed by too many of those, so props to that guy for using that. Maybe he's a newer player. I didn't really look at his name or anything. Can't remember if I've seen him. But maybe we'll try to play a little more camping style. Try to be less aggressive. I don't know. I really just have one style of play in Afterpulse, and you know, you do kind of have to play a little different from SMG to handgun to assault to LMG to launcher. You know, they're each a little different. You know, it's not a huge difference. You know, you could argue that they're very, very similar. But, you know, you could also argue that, you know, you have to play a certain way with each kind of weapon, and you can do better, you know, playing a certain way with each gun. So I think LMGs are definitely more camping, especially at the lower star levels. But as you go up in stars, you know, if you have a 7-star maxed, I'm sure you can be a lot more aggressive with that compared to a 4-star maxed. But there's a ranked TDM match, 13, 7, and 3. Certainly not amazing, but still, you know, about a 2 KD. It's, you know, it's a 4-star gun. You got to remember, like, you know, I've been around a long time, and, you know, I got great gear on. I got some of the best gear in the game that I'm wearing right now. But at the same time, it's just a 4-star weapon. Like, you know, any new player could come into the game and get a 4-star weapon. So, you know, it's not bad. Not bad. Anybody can compete out here, even with a 4-star weapon. We just got sniped off the bat. I'm not even gonna say that name. Pretty sure that's bad in Spanish. I don't know what's going on there. I don't know if it'll show up in the published video, but at least in editing, the screen just flickered black a bunch of times. I have no idea what happened there. It must have been an issue with the recording. Hopefully it's not too annoying. Hopefully I don't have to put any legal disclaimers, may cause epilepsy warnings. No, it wasn't that crazy, but I don't know. Maybe you guys saw that. Let me know in the comments below if it showed up in the video. Let's see, we are camping in the back, trying to play more reserved, like I mentioned in the last match on close quarters. You know, I'm trying to play more of an LMG style. I just kind of gravitate towards assault style, which is just, you know, a mix of run and gun, and, you know, a mix of camping, and, you know, just assault in pretty much any shooter game is like, you know, just the general go-to class that can really play any style, right? And then every other class is kind of like, it has a huge disadvantage, but it can also have a huge, you know, advantage. Like SMG is gonna have, you know, short range, but advantage, you know, probably higher rate of fire, and you know, great portability, you know, just an example. So I tend to just play assault style, but I'm trying to play a little more LMG style. I don't know, you can let me know in the comments below if you have any tips to play LMG in Afterpulse other than just camping. I don't know. This is where a scope would be nice. This is a good example. You know, it's really almost impossible to hit that shot with a 4-star. Maybe if we wore the tactical beret headgear, maybe we'd pull off a couple of those shots, you know, in that really long range hip firing, but definitely a tough shot to pull off without a scope and with a 4-star weapon. But not the end of the world either. This is where I'm more assault style, but I still have an LMG. Oh, we got taken out quick. SMR 16 Autumn. Nerf it, nerf it. No, I don't know. I mean, we could have a whole discussion on nerfing the SMR, but we knew what it would be from day one, I think, you know, when people started building it. And I think one of the biggest issues is the portability. Someone mentioned this in the forums, and I completely agree. You know, portability of the SMR is at 500, and that's just a little too high. You know, it's like an upgraded far N, and the portability on the far N is 380, I believe. So, you know, it's like that's a huge boost in portability. So I don't know, I think they could definitely lower the portability. But then again, like the person in the forum said, I forget who it was, or I'd give them credit. Obviously you can check out the forums and see it, but I don't think I even commented on it, trying to avoid the whole nerf and buff situation, since everybody gets in their feelings about it. You know, if you did nerf the portability, you kind of encourage even more of a camping style with that gun, you know, and it's deadly as a camper, right? It's really the only weakness to the SMR is running up and charging it, you know, with an SMG, with a shotgun, with a, you know, with a quick launcher shot. Something like that, or obviously launchers, you know, AGL, take out the campers, you know, if they're camping really hard, you could take them out with the launcher. But generally the weakness of the SMR is charging at it and beating it with fire rate. But, you know, it's a whole other discussion. There's another ranked match with the KPK. 6-4, not great, not exciting. Once again, it is a 4-star. Please remember that. Just a little 4-star, guys. It's not that good. But we do have a bit of a longer video for you guys. I know some of you guys are missing the Afterpulse content. You know, my goal is to still post one Afterpulse video per day around 5:30 Eastern time, New York time, 5:30 p.m. And my other goal is to post one other video per day. Whether it's Bullet Force, whether it's Deadheads, whether it's Critical Ops, or, you know, any other game I'm playing at the time. You know, I'm just trying to post 2 videos per day and see how it works out for me, see if it's growing the channel, see if it's hurting the channel. So let me know what you think. I don't know, obviously I've missed a couple days. If you've been around long enough, you know that I don't, you know, I'm not the one to stick to a specific schedule the best, but I do eventually do everything that I say. Everything that I say I will do, I have or will do eventually, I can promise you that. I just might, you know, miss a couple days, like on the montages. I still want to do some Afterpulse montages. If you pay close attention, you'll notice that I have not posted one yet, and you know, I will, you know, I'll keep good on my word, I'll post those in the future. But obviously I've kind of messed up the schedule. I'm not gonna necessarily be on time if there's, you know, a self-imposed time frame or whatever, right? But I will do them eventually. Anything I say I will do it. It just might be a matter of time. So we will, continue posting daily Afterpulse videos, and just wanted to apologize for anybody who's been missing them, especially the gameplay. I know I posted like, Afterpulse Weekly isn't really gameplay, more of a news show, news and info. So a lot of you guys just like seeing the gameplay, so post a little longer one for you guys here. Hopefully you enjoy it, and yeah, just a little review on the KPK LMG Shamrock. Said it 100 times. KPK LMG Shamrock, 4 stars, maxed out. Trying to camp it out a little bit here and raise the fort. Looks like the spawn's flipped. Got my team spawning back there, and kind of expecting someone to run out to the right here, but it's not looking very active. I don't know where they are. They're probably in that back corner. Oh, there's one. Ooh, he's hitting me good. I forget what weapon he's using. It's a risky spot now. We could be taken out any second. Let's see. Where'd he go? There he is. Can we get him? Oh, we got kill assist. That's another situation where a scope would probably be more beneficial. Ooh, Devil Whisper, longtime player. Pretty good player. Taking us out. I think that was a 5-star CQR 2000 Charlie edition. Standard edition. That thing killed us quick. We do have beret gear on. We don't have like the light urban vest on with assault protection, so that CQR killed us really quick as well. Even at 4 stars, we've been over the CQR. Oh, look at this spawn. That was just stupid. That's where rate of fire is going to come to haunt you a little bit. I do have a 4-star weapon. CQR 2000 does have a higher rate of fire, so, it would have been a shock if I did win that fight, or if I was wearing like Foxtrot helmet and light urban vest, maybe I would have won that fight. But whatever, we'll take it as it comes to us. Not sure what to do there. We're kind of trapped in our spawn here. Hydra 860 AWD at 4 stars. Pretty rare to see that guy. Ooh, there's a good spawn. It's a good way to take advantage of the spawn. Not really fair, but that's just the reality of Afterpulse. Sneaking a couple kills at the end. Our team took the L. Look at my team, man. I got 9 kills. The next highest was 3. Then we had another at 3, another at 2. Not very helpful. Not saying that I did great that match. I definitely could have done more to boost the team there, but certainly not the most helpful. But either way, that's a look at the KPK LMG Shamrock at 4 stars, maxed out. We are going to evolve it, and a 5-star is the highest I can take it. I only managed to pull 2 4 stars. Not sure if I'll get any more because we do have new weapons coming up. I might just start saving for those, but there's the evolve. Looks like stability goes up, ammo stays the same at 100, and everything else down a little bit. But we're gonna press evolve. Let you see the 5-star. There's the white accents that I was mentioning. Starts to look pretty cool. 7-star really looks, it's almost a little comical, but it looks cool. You can see it on the wiki like I mentioned. Link in the description as always, but that'll do it for this video. Just a look at the KPK LMG Shamrock. Wanted to post that during the LMG and launcher sale going on. Maybe you can still pull one if you haven't already. We still got a couple days left in the sale, but that'll do it for me for this video, and I'll catch you on the next one.